Dun dun dun! And here we have 9-week-old little Griffin. Sometimes we call him Griff, sometimes we call him Griffy.
Grifflin when he's being bad.
Grifferson.
Grifferson.
Grifflin. He responds to most of those.
But
isn't he the sweetest thing? So what's up, guys? It is Jason, the luckiest man in the world, with my lovely girlfriend, Alexandra. We wanted to update you week 1 of owning our German short-haired pointer puppy. Catch you up with an update of
our little boy Griffin, the sweetest baby angel there ever was.
Also, we'll do a recap and just catching you up of what we've been up to over the last year, two and a half years. Since we met. For those of you who don't know, we met on a reality dating show called Relationshipped, and it was a surreal experience and the best decision of my life. Thank you, America. And decided to add an addition to our family. And you'll get to meet little Griffin. We'll bring him here. Huh? You like Griffin? Good name? A couple of our favorite reasons why we went with the GSP. So why don't you start out?
Reason number 1, I would say, is for their athleticism. These dogs are very active. They need 1 to 2 hours of exercise a day. It fits in with our lifestyle. We, on a daily basis, are going on little outdoor adventures. We're curious and just want to see everything around us, whether it's chasing waterfalls or finding new hiking trails. These dogs are built for adventure. These are total water dogs, and it takes a lot to gas them out, and same for us. So we think he's a good fit. Yeah, and to add to that, so they're typically known as kind of a bird dog, and I think outside of his favorite little treat here, he's probably not going to be doing too much with birds. As far as retrieving, he's going to be retrieving frisbees. So to add to the athleticism and the obedience, how well they can be trained, and how well we can play together, we needed a new little best friend that could add something to our frisbee game. And so that was a big factor. His temperament, we've been told that these guys are very affectionate, very good with kids and families and other dogs. These are love bites. And he does love to cuddle with us, like first thing in the morning after he goes potty. We'll bring him back in bed, and he's just the sweetest. You can tell he just woke up from a nap. That was wired. But good with kids, which is important for one day when we have some. And Alex's love language is touch. Physical touch, which, I've found that out. So it's the currency of love that I spend the most. And of course, we need a little puppy that requires that the same. And it's helped bring more of my love language out as well. Yeah, he's a cuddler. He loves to be close to us and run and just dive into your lap and be right by your side when we were walking. And yeah, he's definitely affectionate. And then next, overall, just for lifestyle, the size of the dog, they get in between 55 and 70 pounds. So it's not a giant dog, but it's a big enough dog that it can make you feel safe. The activity for being able to hike and climb up mountains and rocks. And there's certainly small dogs that can do this, but maintenance-wise, they don't shed a lot. They're pretty easy maintenance if you take care of them and start them from an early age. They do really well in heat, and we tend to love to be around sunshine and warm weather. So it's a good dog for, whether we want to be by the beach and go swimming, or we are going to be in the desert or humid conditions. Fall in love with them more every single day. So an update with us, since we ended the show, I asked Alexandra to move to Scottsdale, Arizona, where I was, and for the first year, she was out there and started working right away. She took a contract with Mayo Clinic in Scottsdale, nursing, and after there for a year, it was a little bumpy at first. We had to learn how to date again. We met under wild circumstances, so luckily she had a lot of persistence and put up with my stubbornness, and we developed a strong relationship. Had to take some fun vacations.
and got to test out some travel. And we decided we wanted to be closer to the beach. She took a nursing contract in San Diego, and so I was able to work remotely and chose to try to become a surfer, part-time surfer before and after work. And we had a lot of fun out there. We went to Dog Beach on a regular basis, got to do some more travels, visit our family, went to Europe. And then before we moved from there, our lease was ending. We were going month to month, and instead of paying rent, we put our stuff in storage and applied that to doing a fun travel trip where we got to go to Bali and Thailand, and that gave us time to reflect on where we wanted to go next. And we ended up out here in Nashville because
I took a nursing contract out here.
And my baby just walked in from a long day, making the world a better place. What did you do today, baby?
I get some penicillin shots in the butt.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be in Nashville to try it out. And
working on taking my karaoke game to the next level.
Yeah.
Burning down the house!
We're close to my family out here, so and we've got to do lots of stuff outside and see more of the outdoor world of Nashville.
We've been playing with other people's dogs for so long. It's funny, like a normal thing we do is go to the dog park and pet other people's dogs and look like the weirdos that lost their dog. By chance, the place we chose here in Nashville is extremely dog friendly. Even though it's an apartment complex, I think 70% of people legitimately have a dog here, and we get to see them on a daily basis. Many of you are familiar with the baby boomer era, where your grandparents came from, or maybe parents, I don't know. This phase that we're in, or this quarantine, is the official puppy boomer phase, and so we had to get ourselves a little quarantine puppy, especially knowing that we're not going to be on the go as much. We were trying to get rescues, but since it's puppy boomer, there was almost nothing available around us. We tried to get a couple and they went super fast.
Yep, I just Googled like crazy and ended up finding the perfect puppy it was on puppyfind.com, and the breeder is actually located in Pennsylvania, so not that close.
The furthest one that we could find, of course, but that makes for a better adventure.
Yeah.
Retrieving him, picking him up, and getting to experience a few new states on the way.
Yeah.
And right from the get-go, I was really impressed. He was a little sleepy at first, but he was pretty obedient. He would follow us around. We probably played with him for 2 hours in the grass rolling around. He wanted to chew most things in sight, including Alex's hair, which I encouraged him. And then when we got him home, same thing, we had a larger crate for him set up with blankets and toys, and
dog bed and another blanket that we've been sleeping with for weeks so that we could get our scent on it and make him feel comfortable and not miss us so much when he's in there at night.
Yeah, I mean, we're super fortunate that he has loved his crate and finds that it's a safe place and goes to it, so much. All right, now the next few minutes are us answering your questions with a puppy. So we haven't had a really big update since we left the show on Relationship and have been moving around. So first question is, what was it like after the show? So the first couple months, I will say it was challenging. We were both a little shell-shocked and realized that even though we had chosen each other and we're in a fortunate position, as surreal as it was, we had to start dating all over again and learn to have good respect for the relationship and be open to all the learning, like understanding love languages and doing a lot of research. And I was stubborn, and Alex was the MVP here, and I'm so thankful for her persistence and patience and ability to communicate better than I could to make this relationship work. How do you think about the first couple months? Right, take them.
Yeah, it was like we had to start all over, getting to know each other the real life way, which is very different, and I had to figure out how to date and kind of what we really were, and establishing that and where we were going.
It was like a whole new world. When you bring in a puppy, he sees all these distractions and new things, it was like that for us, that we got to experience that together. We got to go on some fun trips, traveling around to see how we did well with traveling. How did the families respond? We got to meet a little bit of our families if you watched part of the show. But within the first 6 months of being together, we really got to see all of our family. Alex was nice enough to go on a trip and visit pretty much my whole family up the West Coast. And they're pretty easygoing. I think they were happy just to see that there was somebody that was willing to put up with me and be up for my adventures and have fun. So my family absolutely loved her right from the get-go. And so I thought that was really smooth. After we traveled around a bit, we ended up on the East Coast visiting her family in North Carolina, which was a little intimidating for me because her dad being, in the Marine Corps for almost 30 years.
First time meeting Dad.
I didn't know how he was going to handle me. And
his homeland.
Yeah, and right from the get-go, I thought we were getting along really well.
Yeah, my dad
is giving me a hard time and joking around, which I thought I had some approval. Plus, their dogs, which normally don't like guys that much, warmed up to me pretty quick.
They loved, one of them especially loved Jason, and he pretty much hates everyone, so that was a good sign.
Yeah.
But no, he fit right in with the family. They just adore him and think he's hilarious and love seeing me so happy with him, and we're greeting him with welcome arms and invited him back, and we actually went back out like that Christmas, I believe. So he's been home like, even what, 3 times now?
A few times.
Yeah.
Just got to hang out and vacation with them. And I admire just the family values that Alexander's family have. They are so, incredibly family oriented with awesome values and prioritize family over everything. And it's such a refreshing thing to see how present they are when they're around one another. So that was huge.
Yeah.
Next question. What were some of the highs and lows over the first couple years? Oh, wow. So highs and lows of a relationship. We'll start out with the stuff that's not so good and get better. The lows were just learning to understand each other and have better communication, with the world full of distractions, and appreciate the relationship for what it was. I had a lot of room for improvement, and we needed to, we both committed on our relationship. So I think just taking things for granted on my side was a challenge. Just to getting along back into the real world. What were some challenging things?
Well, I think
besides me?
Besides me. No, just for both of us, it was the first time moving in with a significant other and getting used to that world and really learning everything about each other, but also developing a relationship at its early stages. That's a challenge in itself. So you kind of have to confront everything. It's all right there, exposed and in front of you. And in a way, I think that helped us grow pretty quickly.
Yeah, I must say, doing the basic stuff like understanding each other's love languages, knowing that there's a couple different things that mean a lot, and when you are doing something that you think is what you appreciate, it doesn't necessarily gift giving or words of affirmation. That might not mean as much if it's quality time and physical touch that are important. I had to learn that, and us always understanding that we are on the same team is a big part. When what is your outcome when you get in an argument or something like that? And if you understand that, you can realize that it's your ego and things that get involved a lot of times. As far as highs, just the places we've been able to travel and live. The beach was so much fun. Learning how to surf and hang out there. That it was our second year. Just felt like such a long, amazing year. We got to visit a bunch of national parks.
Yeah,
go
lots
camping,
of road trips.
A lot of fun road trips. I felt like that made it so much fun. Just every couple weeks we had something to anticipate and look forward for. So enjoying the moment where we were, way better about being in a good location and worrying about stuff to have. We tried to become more minimalist and get rid of a lot of stuff so that we could get up and move around easier. But the trips we got to go on, even if it's just the little local stuff like national parks and Glacier Park and Yosemite, and we got to travel to Bali and Thailand, rather than saved our money on rent and put that, got to be homeless for a little while and go travel, which those fun adventures were priceless, and, we'll never forget those. Question, what is next for you guys? I'm fortunate to get to work remotely, doing training, nutrition work, consulting, and Alex is a travel nurse. We were letting that kind of be a factor of where we wanted to go, try out some different cities and see what we liked. We loved Nashville. There's not...
From what we've got to see of it, we got here and there was a devastating tornado, and then COVID hit, so we've been a little bit limited in our Nashville experience, unfortunately, but we're sticking around a little longer. Gonna kind of wait it out, see if maybe another position opens up here at Vanderbilt, or I don't know, we've considered getting back to the beach somewhere. We have another month here, so we've got a little bit of time, but it's kind of...
Hey, shoot, we were thinking about taking this whole show on the road and doing some more traveling when we can. But, we think he's going to be a good travel companion. And things have been good. We're constantly learning and evolving constantly. Let us know if you have any sort of questions, and we'll probably provide you with another update soon.
Bye!
And make sure to subscribe and like for